What is up, Prealgebra? This is lesson 107. Objective is, how do you find the volume and surface area of composite figures? Well, composite figure is just a figure that has more than one piece combined into it. So you can't say it's a rectangular prism or triangular prism or cylinder. It's different pieces of those put together. So just recall that the formula for finding the volume is going to be the area of the base times the height. Remember that big capital B is not just like a base length, right? It's the area of the base. So if you want to talk about rectangular prism, it'd be length times width, which is the area of the base, times the height. Triangular prism would be 1/2 base times height, times the height. And this is the base and height of the base. And if a cylinder is pi r squared times the height, because again, that's the area of the base. So let's try one of these here. Let's find the volume of this. So notice first of all that we have two different shapes. This one that I'm circling, that I'm going to outline in red, is a rectangular prism. Okay, so let's find the area of that. Well, let's call this shape down here the base. So the volume of that one is going to equal to length times width times height. That base is length and width, so this is going to be 7 times 3, and the height of this prism is going to be 6. It's going to be 21 times 6, 126. And again, since this is volume, this is going to be inches cubed. So that's the volume of that red box. Now let's talk about this shape. Notice the triangle, and we have another triangle back there. And the distance between those triangles is 3. So this blue shape that I've outlined there is a triangular prism, with the base being this triangle right here on the front. So to find the volume of that piece, we're going to say 1/2 the base of the triangle, which I'll say is this one, and the height, which is this one. This length is the same as this, so it's going to be 7 times 2. And then the height of this prism is the height between the two triangles, so it's going to be 3. So it's going to be, this part right here is going to be 1/2 of 14, which is going to be 7 times 3. 7 times 3 is 21, again, inches cubed. So if I want the volume of the whole thing, I'm going to say 126 inches cubed plus 21 inches cubed. It's going to be 147 inches cubed. That's what the volume of that one's going to be. Alright, now here's one from your book. And it says we're supposed to find, or first we're supposed to convert all those dimensions to feet. So remember, there are 12 inches in 1 foot. So we're going to use this unit multiplier, 12 inches on the bottom, 1 foot on top, to convert each of these. So multiplying this by 1 over 12, which comes out to be 60 over 12, which is equal to 5 feet. If 60 is 5 feet, that means 30 is half of that, so it's going to be 2.5 feet. And if you went through the multiplying, you get the same thing, which means this is going to be 2.5 feet, 24 inches multiplied by 12 inches over 1 foot. Inches reduced, 12 goes in 24 2 times, so this comes out to be 2 feet. So that one's 2 feet for that height right there. And let's see, 18 inches. So 18 inches over 1 times 1 foot over 12 inches. Inches reduce. That goes, 12 and goes into that 1.5 feet. Sorry. So this is 1.5 feet. and this is 1.5 feet. Now it's also important to notice maybe that if I cut it right here, if this whole length right here is 30 inches and this length here is 24, now this is 2 feet, this is 2.5 feet. That means this little length right here is going to be 0.5 feet. From here to here. Alright, so let's find the volume. We'll have 3 different pieces. The first one will be of this top chunk like this. Which is a rectangular prism. So the volume of that one is going to be 0.5 feet times 2.5 feet, because that's this length here. So this is 0.5 times 2.5, and then the length here is 5 feet. I used a calculator and I got 6.25 feet cubed. That's the volume of that red part. Let's now use purple, and we're going to talk about this piece right here. So the volume of this piece, against a rectangular prism, so it's going to be 1.5 feet by 2.5 feet by the height, which is 2 feet. Plugging that in your calculator, you get 7.5 feet cubed. Now notice this other one over here, maybe I'll do it in some blue, is the exact same. It's 1.5, 2, and 2.5. So that means the volume of that one is going to be the same as the purple one, which is going to be 7.5 feet cubed. So there I have the volume of all 3 pieces. So to find the volume of the total, I'm just going to add that up. 6.25, 7.5, 7.5. It's going to be 5, 12, carry the 1, 14, 15, 21.25 feet cubed. Cubic feet. Now, don't write this off too much or too quick here, because it says convert the dimensions to feet, we got that, then calculate the volume, got that, and exposed surface area. So I'm going to go to a new slide with the same thing, just so we'll have plenty of room. So notice that I converted the dimensions there. So let's just start finding pieces. Well, let's talk about the piece right up here on top first. This rectangle right here. That one is 5 feet by 2.5 feet. So that one is 5 times 2.5. It's going to be 100 or 12.5 feet squared. It's one of them. Let's talk about this rectangle here on the end. That is 2.5 times 2.5, which comes out to be 6.25 feet squared. And notice there's another one on the other end, right down here. We can't really see it, but it's on that back side there. So I'm going to add another one, 6.25 feet squared. Now let's talk about maybe this front one right here. So this is going to be the area, that one is going to be 1.5 feet by 2.5 feet, which comes out to be 3.75 feet squared. But also notice we have this one here, and then there's also two more that same shape on the back. So I'm going to have four of these, 3.75, 3.75, and 3.75. Okay, so we have those. Now, let's not forget, right here we have a little piece that we haven't covered yet. That one, we'll have to calculate here. So I need the width. From here to here is 1.5, from here to here is 1.5. So from there together is going to be 3. The whole thing is 5, so it's going to be 2 feet across. And the height, remember if we talked about it before, is 0.5. So the volume of that one is going to be 2 feet times 0.5 feet, which is going to give me 1.0 feet squared, or you can just do 1 foot squared. Okay, now I'd like to say we're finished, but we're not quite. We still have a few more. Notice inside here we have this exposed square or rectangle, right? And its height, I don't know why I switched to volume there. Its height, or its this length here, is 2 feet, and its height here, remember, is, oh, it says right here, well, its height is 2 feet, and its width, this one is 2.5 feet. So 2 times 2.5 is going to give me 5 feet squared. There's another piece. And notice there'd be one on the inside over here, right? So I'm actually going to have 2 of those. And then that's all of them except we still have the bottom right under here, right? The bottom of this drawer that we haven't talked about yet. But we know it's 2 feet wide, right? And then it is 2.5 feet deep. So then, I guess I'll do that one in gray. So the area of that one is going to be 2 times 2.5, which is going to be another 5 foot one. Alright, so now to find the total area, which we need to add up all those numbers. 12.5, 6.25, 6.25, 3.75, 3.75, 3.75, 3.75, 1.00, 5.00, 5.00, and another 5.00. So let me just make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So yes, it looks like I got all of them. Remember, it did say excluding the part of the desk that sits on the floor, so I don't need to do the bottoms of those. If you were thinking, maybe so. If you add all those up, you get 56 feet squared. Check me if you're not sure. Your homework's on page 709, doing practice set, all the 107s, and 11 more. Good luck, guys.